you're one of those people who often feel overwhelmed and scattered, there is help through attention and organizational skills.
Joining us now is Tony Moisier, founder of Copilot, a licensed marriage and family therapist. And this is really cool. We're shedding light on those individuals and sometimes even ourselves who struggle to focus and learn. And so you have started Copilot. Tell us what you do.
Well, there's a part of our brain right here in the front that's responsible for something called executive functioning. So this would be things like attention, being able to start a task and then actually complete it, showing up places on time, being able to stay organized. And unfortunately, some people, and a lot of our young people, really struggle with these executive function skills. So our schools are filled with young people and students who are really doing their best in school, but in spite of those best efforts, because they have poor executive function skills, they're chronically late, they're missing assignments, they're doing the assignments, but they're not organized to turn them in. They actually lose them before they're able to turn them in. And as a result, these young people are really struggling with their self-esteem. Their anxiety is, building. Parents are wondering what's going on and kind of putting more pressure on them. And as that anxiety builds and builds and builds, then in comes depression, self-harm, substance use, and other issues.
Tony, this is so important. In fact, neurodivergent runs in my family as well. And a lot of people who have these conditions feel like they're not smart enough. But intelligence and having EF, they are two different things. What is more important, if there is one?
All the research shows that your executive function skills, so these skills that we're talking about, are more important when it comes to your success in life and in the classroom than intelligence or talent.
And it doesn't mean you're not intelligent.
Right. You can be plenty smart and still be kind of a hot mess when it comes to organization. I think we all know people who really struggle. Their room's a mess, their backpack's a mess, their mind is cluttered, they can't get anywhere on time. And of course, those skills really impact us as students and in the workplace.
But I think from an outside perspective, you may perceive it as being a mess or somebody that doesn't have it together. But what you don't know is what's going on below the surface and what they're struggling with. And so this is what you're helping with through coaching. What are you coaching people for?
Well, there really aren't any services like this. These skills are so important, and all these parents are saying, what's going on with my kid? So they're hiring math tutors and English tutors, not knowing that they're not really addressing the root of the problem. They're just kind of plucking at the leaves. So at Copilot, what we do is we have certified coaches that come in. You can come to our offices in Lehigh. You can join us virtually online, or we can actually come right to your home and do coaching with your child or with you right at the kitchen table. And these coaches actually help you develop these 7 core executive function skills so that you can build a foundation for success later on in life.
Why aren't all teachers and educators have this background? Because I will say that there is a huge gap when it comes to educators, what kids do in school and how they cope and learn.
Yeah, believe it or not, most people don't know about executive function skills, even therapists. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist. I've been working with families and youth for 30 years. Most therapists have never heard of them. They certainly don't get any training in their graduate program on how to teach executive function skills, and most teachers don't know about them either. And if they do, they don't have time to coach students because of the way our academic system is set up.
And so you are here to say that resources are available. And right now, spring break is coming up, and so children are having a break from school. Is now a good time to reach out and start that process?
Absolutely. You don't start practicing for the game on the morning of game day. You start practicing months before. So if you've had a miserable school year, if right now you're struggling with your child, you're trying to get the grades up, and they're passing by the skin of their teeth, then go to copilotef.com, sign up for coaching. We'll come to you, we'll help your child, we'll help you, and we'll coach. I think through the summer break is a great time to do coaching. So sign up now and we can get you ready so next year doesn't have to be such a challenge.
And it doesn't have to be just kids. Adults can also use your skills. And I love how you said also the parent, because the parent needs to learn alongside of the child so they know how to support their family.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. How long and what have you seen in terms of people who have gone through your program?
Well, it's like watching a miracle. It's all evidence-based. We've been doing research on this coaching model for about 14 years. And you take somebody that struggles with their confidence, struggles with their competence, they go through this coaching model. You meet about once or twice a week for about 12 weeks. And by the end, they're confident, they're competent, and they're able to meet the challenges that are ahead of them. It's like building a foundation or a launch pad that sets them up for success later in life.
That is so great for parents out there. Visit copilot.com. You can also visit them on Instagram and Facebook. But thank you so much for those resources.
Tony, that information is on your screen, copilotef.com. Thank you so much. I think you're changing lives, and this can be a game changer.